NewsNation political contributors A. Scott Bolden and Sean Spicer. Gentlemen, thank you both. I have to say, you have a lot of people excited about this segment. You two have become very popular when paired. So, Scott, I'm going to start with you. The president is maintaining that this will ultimately be good for our country. And we are seeing companies, I just spoke to somebody in Fort Wayne, Indiana, companies like GM announcing they are going to increase American production as a direct response to these tariffs. We've seen Shawn Fain, the president of the United Auto Workers Union. He supports the tariffs. We see this better than expected jobs report. Scott, do you think much of this panic will die down and things will actually improve?
Well, it's not up to me. It's up to the multitude of economists who say that this is going to drive us either into a recession or drive our economy down. Those job numbers will be a good cushion for going forward. But Sean and I both know that that report is looking backwards before the tariffs, even though we had some uncertainty with the tariffs. Now they're in place, and this administration says that's not changing. So show me those job numbers a month from now, 60 days from now. For the car industry, yeah, I think this is a good thing. I mean, NAFTA didn't work out well for them. I will concede that. At the same time, though, the economists say tariffs across the board at 20, 35% isn't going to work for our economy. You know, eggs are down, but we still have a high level of inflation. And remember, under the Biden administration, we had great economic numbers, but Americans weren't feeling it. Now Donald Trump wants them to experience some more pain. He says short term. I don't trust him. I wouldn't trust him with my checking account.
All right, Sean, over to you. I'd like to listen to some of what President Trump said yesterday before he was heading to Florida.
It's a big thing. I said this would exactly be the way it is. We have $6 or $7 trillion coming into our country, and we've never seen anything like it. The markets are going to boom. The stock is going to boom. The country is going to boom.
All right. So, Sean, some critics are saying it was tone deaf for President Trump to be heading to his Florida golf course yesterday when so much of the country, really the world, was in turmoil. Our markets were dropping. What is your response to that criticism, especially if, let's say, that were former President Biden, who would do the same thing?
Look, here's what I would tell you. There's a big difference. President Trump, I've worked for him. I don't think anybody thinks, regardless of where he is, that he's not working. Right? You will see the truths, the meetings, the stories. President Trump could be on the moon and he'd be working, right? The issue with Biden was, frankly, whether or not he was actually aware of what was going on, whether he was engaged. Full stop, whether he was at the beach in Delaware or at the White House. That's number one. Number two is, I just want to say something. First of all, I don't mean to disagree off the bat with Scott, but it's not up to economists to decide. It's up to all of us whether we want to do something tough. Two things that I think are important that I think Scott and I hopefully can agree on. Number one, when you look at the share of U.S. manufacturing, something that has been the backbone, frankly, of the Democratic Party, the workers in those factories across the country, those are the people who generally had voted Democrat for decades, right? In 2023, the United States had roughly 30% of the GDP, of the market share, manufacturing market share globally, right? China was down around 13%. That's inverse right now. We are down near 15%. They are almost at 30% worldwide. When you take the U.S., Japan, and Germany, the three other leading market share countries, manufacturing-wise, we don't now combine to equal what China does, okay? We are losing our manufacturing base in America, number one. Number two, look at this chart of tariffs that other countries charge us, right? China's average tariff, 67%, the EU, 39%, Vietnam, 90%, Taiwan, 64%, Japan, 46%, India, 52%, South Korea, 50%. Why is that fair? Why are our ranchers, farmers, manufacturers, and service providers not able to get market access into all these other countries, but they get unfettered access into the U.S. market? There is a point at which a U.S. president is finally standing up for our workers, and it's Donald Trump that's doing it. This used to be a position, by the way, that Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and everyone else on the Democratic Party championed. They'd say we needed fairness. The only reason there's opposition now is because it's Donald Trump that's doing it.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.